Howdy there again, folks. Me again, of course, Brandon Wenzel, coming back at you with another offering off of my sampler platter. Today, it's pretty early in the morning. I just got off of work, hence the work shirt. Plus, I've got some food that might spill a little bit, depending. Oh, we'll see how it goes. But, so work shirt is appropriate for that because it's already gooed up with paint and stuff. Yay. Oh, folks, with the paint and stuff. So yeah, last night was my first night back from my vacation time. I've done most of my videos during my vacation time. So yeah, that was interesting. I had, especially with all of the, and it wasn't like a mandated thing. Like, I took my vacation time during that time, not realizing what was coming. So, pretty much all my plans got canceled, but I made videos and stuff, so it wasn't a complete waste. But yeah, so that was my first night back, and I gotta tell you, folks, doing what I do, I mean, when you have a break from it, like, you can feel yourself becoming healthier. And I don't want to rag on my company. I genuinely don't. Like, they're actually a pretty solid company and everything. It's just the nature of the work we do and everything. We work in a shop. There's dust and things and stuff in the air, and we do have filtration and stuff, but it's only going to get so much of it. And yeah, like, I mean, you can. I think that you can hear the difference in my voice just from one night back. Like, what I have to do is I have to be there enough now that I rebuild my immunity to that place. But yeah, so I'm feeling little shaky this morning. So that ties into what I'm trying. Because once I'm done with this and I'm done with all this stuff, I'm gonna go take a shower and everything. But I figured, since I'm feeling a little bit crummy, and on top of that, I got kind of my throat's a little bit So here's what we're gonna do, folks. And I can't do the boom the way that I normally do the boom because I already went over there and took off the thing. But, okay, so yeah. Yeah, okay, you really can't see it. Anyway, boom! It's, I should have kept the things. Sorry. This is Maruchan. For, everyone's got to be familiar with this, right? It's Cup-o-noodles. That's what it is. But, this is specific. Ooh, do the reveal. Yeah, this will work better. This one, brand new flavor. Miso flavor. Now, folks, me being who I am, and I got the chopsticks because I'm one of those people, we will swish it around a little bit. Me being who I am, I'm a single dude living alone. Yeah, I eat out a lot, and I eat a lot of real easy-to-make food. And, people can laugh, but now, hey, the times we're living in, you better believe there's a lot more people stocking up on this stuff. And I'm perfectly cool with it. I know it's not like the best thing for you. It's got like lots of salt and everything. But as just a quick snack, and like I said, I mean, it's just, shitty soup, and it's not even shitty. It's, actually tastes okay for what it is. So yeah, and I usually do the cup. I do have like the other, have like the other ones where like there's a little bit more involved. But for me, I want the bare minimum because that's less things I can screw up. So, some point in time I'll have to learn to cook. I've actually had people offer too. So anyway, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do this one today. And then I've actually got another one over there too. So, obviously I'm not going to down this whole thing right in front of you. I'm going to just try a little bit. And then I'll come back. In terms of like a story, because usually I like to tell a story, associate myself with the item. The only like specific like cup of ramen that I'm familiar with, well, the story-wise that I have off the top of my head anyway, is when I worked at the gas station. I did that for 7 years as the overnight guy. Yeah, folks. And it was weird, too, because I became sort of like a very minor local celebrity. I would go places and people knew me as the late-night gas station guy because I was there so long. Yeah. So, yeah, so I was there, and it was really there when I actually, certainly won the first time, but when I started becoming more familiar with these, because we carried them. They didn't cost very much, which was great for me, and I could make them with the hot water spouts that we had. Only problem was we didn't always have like like silverware. I mean, sometimes we'd have like the plastic stuff, but what I ended up doing was because I can use chopsticks, I would use 2 coffee stirrers, and that would be my way of doing it. And it was my shitty little way of impressing some of the customers and stuff. Just be like, oh, you can use chopsticks. Which, by the way, folks, and mind you, it's not impressive, even slightly. Strictly a carrot, folks. That one doesn't count. But yeah, I will just say, folks, chopsticks, I am by no means an expert at it, but super easy to learn the basic stuff. I taught my friend Sam how to do it in 5 minutes. It is super easy. If you're ever interested and you have a friend or something, chances are they should be able to teach you really, really quick, because it really is just as a basic thing. The bottom one stays completely still, and then the top one is the one that moves, and then you just grab. So, yeah. So anyway, this is miso flavored. So I've had miso soup before, but certainly not in cup of ramen version. Looks like it's got little chunks of meat, maybe pork or beef or something. I don't entirely know what miso is. Despite me liking a lot of Asian things and the fact that I've had miso soup, I've just never bothered to look it up. It tastes good. So let's go ahead and give this a shot, folks. Okay. All right. Well, one thing to note, the noodles seem to be a little bit thicker and flatter than the standard ramen noodles, at least from what I'm looking at anyway. So it does look like they use a different noodle type. I mean, it is what it is, folks. It's by no means a gourmet thing. It's a quick little thing for lunch, or if you just are lazy like me and you just don't want to go over there and cook. So it tastes perfectly fine. I will say it definitely does taste different than like the chicken or the pork or any of those. My personal favorite of them is the hot and spicy beef, as just like the basic one. Because you can get like the fancier ones and stuff like that, like if you go to like Asian shops and everything. Now the thing about miso soup, my experience, that really is the difference maker is the flavor of the broth. So I know a lot of people are like, it is very much like a 50-50 thing with the broth on the cup of ramen stuff. Some people like to pour it out. I myself, I treat it like a soup, so I like to drink the broth. That's where the flavor is, really. So if you're getting rid of that, I don't know, man. You're not getting much for your noodles, in my opinion. So I'm going to give this a shot. And yeah, it has like a very, very, very mild miso flavor. Which you would imagine. Like, again, I wasn't going into this expecting this to be some like seriously dope bomb ass miso soup ramen. But it was new and it cost like, I don't know, 50 cents or something like that. And I figured I would give it a go. And yeah, it does its job, and as a new flavor, personally, I think it's a welcome new flavor. Something new to try. So let's go over to my next one over there. Come on, next one. And my next one is, as we'll get from the top of the lid, boom! Soy sauce flavor. Now, I don't know if this is a new one or not, because I had never seen it before. But it, it didn't say new or anything on it like the miso one did. So maybe it's been around for a while, and I just always missed it. That'd be kind of weird, because, like, I do eat this stuff, not super regularly, but, I'll go over there and buy a few cups of this stuff periodically, so maybe I was just going to the wrong places. So, the soy sauce flavor. I love soy sauce. Soy sauce is fantastic. And as a cheap little thing, folks, if you're ever kind of that perfect mix of poor and hungry, but you don't want, just like absolutely, something with no flavor. This is something I learned from my now previous stepbrother. Hasn't been my stepbrother in many, many years. But you can make egg noodles and soy sauce. And I'm sure it's probably awful for you, but it's actually pretty good tasting. And so that was a thing that he and I would do, that he taught me, when we were home alone. Because he was 14, I was 9. So our options were pretty limited in the house. It was like Kool-Aid and, So I'm hopeful that this will be pretty tasty, at least by, cup of noodle soup. About standards. Let's give it a shot. Noodles and such. Okay. Definitely tastes different than any of the other ones that I've had. Similar with the miso. And also similar with the miso. It's a very subdued flavor, of course. It's there, but like I'm getting just like the very tail end of like kind of a soy sauce flavor. Another go. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of there. With it being hot soup, it seems to be doing its thing. I can literally, and I'm not joking, I can hear things breaking up at the back of my throat. Let's give the, yeah, I mean, even with just the straight broth, like the miso has a stronger miso flavor than the soy sauce has a soy sauce flavor. At least to me personally. It's kind of surprising because, miso definitely, at least the soups I've had, it has some good flavor to it. It's very good. But soy sauce is a pretty strong flavor, so I don't know. It's okay. Out of the two, I definitely prefer the miso. That's just me. But the added part of that is the fact that out of all these, I've still got like about 5 or 6 of the hot and spicy beef. That's my favorite one by far. I like the spice and everything. So, I mean, these are perfectly fine. And they're, I would say if you're not so much into the more like the heavily flavored ones, again, like the spicy ones, or the ones with lime and stuff like that. If you're more like the beef and the pork and, the chicken and stuff, these are like nice alternatives to those. But if you're like me and you're more into the, the heavier flavor ones, these are fine, but you're not going to get the same, zing from it. So that's kind of my take on it. I don't have too much else to say in regards to the cup of noodles stuff. Like I said, they're both perfectly fine. They will definitely be eaten. I don't know if I would get them again. I probably would, because I do, usually when I buy them, I will buy, a bunch of them, and I'll do kind of, a little bit of a mixed variety. So I could see these ending up in there, maybe more the miso than the soy sauce, but, they're okay. I mean, that's pretty much it for me on this one, folks. So, with all that said, I'm going to quick little water here. Yeah, with all that said, I'm not going to do a review of the water. I thought I didn't. I actually have the can here because I keep like interesting cans and stuff. I have a Liquid Death can. Were I doing reviews at the time, I would have done a Liquid Death review. But now they have sparkling water, which if I run into that, I'll do a review for it. But the Liquid Death, it's just water, but it was good tasting water, so I enjoyed it by water standards. Anyway, so that's pretty much it for me, folks, and this review. There's really nothing else to say. So I always like to end on a positive note. So whatever you folks are doing. This morning or that morning or whenever you watch this video, I hope you have a great rest of your day, great rest of your week, great rest of your month, great rest of your life, great rest of your year. I got those out of order, but we're going to keep rolling with it, folks. And I hope you just keep kicking ass at whatever you were kicking ass at doing. Unless you're doing something awful and terrible, then quit it with that shit. Pain. Anyway, folks. So yeah, that's the end of my little review here, and if you guys want to see me go over there and try out more Cup of Soup stuff, I do have a few more that I'm potentially going to end up doing. I just need you to do two things for me, folks. Number one, watch the video. Number two, do the thing. That's it. Anyway, folks, I'm out of here. I'm going to finish eating my cheapo soup, and I'm going to go take a shower. Bye!